Somebody out here needs to hear this. If you are in a relationship dynamic with a narcissist, the next time their eyes go dark and they start spewing hatred at you, pull your energy back just a bit. Listen to not only what they're saying, but how they are saying it. And remember in your mind, don't confront them with this because it will just upset them more and enrage them. Remember in your mind that somewhere in there is an inferiority complex. Look at them, and I want you to think of the elf on the shelf. The little guy, for your kids, for your littles. Think of the elf on the shelf. Do not laugh at them if they're yelling at you. Don't do that. But I want you to think of them while they're actively screaming at you. And this is probably near the end of your relationship with them if they're actively screaming at you all the time. I want you to think of the elf on the shelf. I don't want you to smirk. I don't want you to laugh. I don't want you to roll your eyes at them because that will just make things so much worse. But I want you to think about the elf on the shelf. And I want you to think of how they're screaming at you. And I want you to think of what it would sound like if the elf on the shelf was screaming at you. The same words that the narcissist is. Okay? Let that hit for a hot second because it's going to sound funny, right? And then I want you to remember again that they have an inferiority complex. So the next time you're in this dynamic with a narcissist and you hear them screaming at you, rather than starting to feel bad about yourself, rather than starting to wonder, how do I fix this? What do I do? What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Why am I not enough? All those things. I want you to remember that they have an inferiority complex. That should help you make your next move. And hopefully your move is out the door or out of the situation. That is the thing that helped me at the very end of my relationship with my narcissist. And I know I've said this in a prior video before, but if you go back to the very first video in my thread, like on my page, you're going to hear me saying, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir," while they're screaming at me and not being nice, but that was a mild one anyway. And then on the caution sign, there's like a stop sign with some frozen looking trees, that video, you're going to hear me finally get up enough gumption to stand up to them and tell them that I didn't deserve the treatment that they were giving me. And the tone of my voice had changed. And over the course of those few audio recordings that have pictures, which was just a few months, that was how I grew my strength to get out of that situation. So if I can do it, anybody can. But just remember that. Remember to always put your safety first. But hopefully this helps someone out there, and someone out there needs to hear this. I have no idea why I was compelled to share that. Use that tip wisely. Again, your safety first, but I really hope that helps you put things into perspective. When they're screaming at you and how awful you are or how you're not enough, just remember that they don't feel like they're enough. Okay? Love you all. Have an amazing day. Stay safe out there. Keep going. You got this. I believe in you.